when I counted up my demons, saw there was one for every day, but with the good ones on my shoulders, I drove the other ones away.
Well, good morning. Excuse me. I guess we're gonna YouTube today. It's been far too long, especially since I did one like this. There's a lot to discuss, I guess, if you're here to have a discussion. Anyway, my name is Tim. It is 5:30 something in Carroll Gardens, Brooklyn. Let's go for a run, and then I'll explain the rest. Mile 3, I think. Every morning I'll take a vertical video going past here. The subway on the Manhattan Bridge is super loud. I probably should not run every day. I probably should not run as many miles as I do, but I'm just in a phase where it helps me mentally. And this is just like, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Let's keep going. Run is over. 6:38-ish. This is the corner of my basement facing the other way. I wonder if that worked the way that I thought it would. I thought I would like point over here and then show you over there. Anyway. Up, work, run. Usually about 5 miles. No days off. I don't know if that's smart or not. And then 3 minutes of abs, as funny as that sounds. Let's go get my daughter ready for school. And then we'll talk about like what the hell's going on and who I am and all that kind of good stuff. But just a little morning routine scoop.
That's a lot of milk, Dad.
Yeah, it's really funny when you don't stir the mix well enough. You can see the egg on it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it still tastes the same, right?
So if you ever feel neglected, if you think that all is lost, I'll be counting up my demons, yeah, hoping everything's not lost.
Pass the time because I really don't don't love doing this thing at all. In fact, I hate talking in this, but if I force myself to talk, then the time will go by faster. So good morning, my name is Tim. I'm a 47-year-old dad living in Brooklyn, New York. I am right now, I guess the best way to describe it is a content creator, writer, talker, speaker, person, doer, and I'm freezing my ass off. All right, I'm good. 3 minutes and 30 seconds in 39-degree water. $7:27. Tub is done. Backyard is a little more clean. About to take my kid to school. Then we'll sit down and we'll have a proper chat. I also want to see how this is turning out so far. Literally just wants to cut through the house. And at some point, they grow up and at some point they grow up. Where's the Lincoln, Tim? Well, I'll tell you about that when I'm home. When we last left off, I think I was dropping off my daughter. It is now, that was almost 8 o'clock. It's 10:30 now. Sometimes I will just start doing random things. Sounds like a very obvious human trait. Came home, all of a sudden I want to clean the outdoor windows. There were a couple things I needed to get from the back into the front because tonight is garbage night. And as much as I understand, and part of me wants to like document all of that and have fun and do quick edits and things, there's also a lot of me that's just like a super normal dad and human, maybe with some either OCD or ADHD tendencies, whichever one, that just wants to go and do. And especially now that it's already 10:30, we're gonna have some breakfast, we're gonna settle in, should do a voiceover for a piece of content today, and then hopefully we'll get into the upstairs office. I can explain a little bit about what the hell's going on and who I am, and we'll take things from there. This is going to be a very weird breakfast. There's leftover lettuce and a little bit of chicken and beans from tacos the other night. Still, after a year, reestablishing a normal routine is something I'm working on. It used to be like such clockwork. We're the same thing every day. I knew that my first meal was gonna be at 2 o'clock and I knew exactly what it was gonna be. And now that I'm flying by the seat of my pants, at least in a lot of regards, that lack of idiot proofing, lack of decision fatigue, I don't know, constraints, it's so funny. It really is like I'm 22 again, just based off the randomness of, oh, well, what do I need to do right now? I got 1,000 things I need to do right now, but it's so different outside the corporate world. I really like gummy vitamins. It's just a fun way to feel like you're eating candy, but what kind of candy? Putting Flintstones back in the mix. I don't know what it is about this. Actually, I do. It's the nostalgia of the smell, the crunch, the taste, and just that memory of like having to take your vitamins every day, but these are always not that bad. And especially when you stack it with the gummy, it's just a lovely combination. That's really weird, but
when you thought that it was over. You could feel it all around. Everybody's out to get you.
management team meeting. What's up, y'all? Good, how are you? It was good. It was, all day Saturday with the creator folks, but I thought that went well. And then solid Mother's Day. Great. Ran, planted flowers, went for dinner, singing a telegram that wasn't actually did a great job, and think as goofy of an idea as it was, it actually came together pretty well. So that was that place is wild. It was I can't believe I've been there 4 times now. It really is the hardest, like, unless you know somebody that owns a table, you're literally not getting in. Have you been? Yep. Yeah. And it's like, it's so funny how it's literally at the corner of 114th and Pleasant. and like the most random location, so far east and so far up there too, but like you walk into a whole nother dimension when you go inside those doors. And I was an hour late. I wasn't an hour late because I was waiting at the airport, like I said in the post. I was obviously I wanted to, I really wanted to do right by the Teachable folks and all that kind of good stuff. So they had that pre-event on, I guess that was Friday night, and it started at 6, and I just like an idiot, I went to the wrong location. Difference between City Vineyard and City Winery, or whatever the two things were, but like 1,000% on me. And my family knew, and they were totally fine with it. But that was good. I think the Teachable folks were pleased. It is a very interesting platform, and if nothing else, the whole experience made me that much more comfortable with, like, I really got to do a better job of extracting what's in my brain for the purpose of quote unquote monetizing myself. And there's like just tremendous opportunity, especially to, with all due respect and appreciation for like deals of the world, like not put so much time and effort into those things where you have the potential wild card of people being like, and then you get dragged through the, that seemed like a bit of a blip, but just like really owning myself, so to speak. Like the whole event gave me so much more comfort and confidence in, I'm not there yet, but like there were other people that are up there like, oh yeah, our courses do blah 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 blah. And again, with all due respect, I was like that. I can do that times 100. And especially as they were talking through some of their challenges relative to their own businesses on their own panels, and then watching them take notes feverishly when I was talking and answering Q&A, I was like, good God, I gotta, but anyway, all good.
Don't you let it drag you down.
All right.
Love you.
Bye.
206. 2 calls. Organic content I think is done. It's just a weird world right now. Like, I've got so many different things happening, which are all amazing, but it's really difficult, like, to say that this is a more interesting challenge as to how to best use myself as a resource versus what it was like when I was in corporate America. It's kind of night and day. Corporate America is like, as much as people give it a bad rap, I will not be here to like preach everybody should get out or anything along those lines. Like, go build skill sets, take the health coverage, use their devices, use their infrastructure. Like, you can learn an ungodly amount, and that's basically what helped set me free. But then it's like, cool, go and do, and even just like what email system to use and how to be like as process smart as possible is not an easy thing. So that's kind of my challenge, but let's go back upstairs to the office. Almost done with, the hell? And I'll fix it in post. Speaking of, almost done with the organic stuff for the day. I edit everything in iMovie, I edit everything in iMovie, but then I'll bring it up into CapCut to be able to put graphics on it. But 99% of the edit is done here. And then it's really just captions in that one title, but because iMovie only edits in 16:9, I can't put graphics on in there. And I used to not do graphics for that exact reason, but I'm trying to get smarter about the fact that if you ain't got graphics, people probably aren't gonna give a shit, so. But if you see graphics on this, it'll probably be done in iMovie just because that's then one workflow. Anyway, let me shut up and knock this out. This is a dope-ass Sunday in your 40s. My name is Tim, and I've got one trick up my sleeve for my wife on Mother's Day, and it might be a train wreck, but let's see. Time to pick up from school. Should be out any minute. is definitely the best part of the day. Honestly, just being here this was the dream. This is why, and it doesn't like, I'll explain more when I get home. It's 4:40 now. I'll probably leave here at like 5:15 to start getting all the stuff. Cool. This is the invisible helmet. So for real, if I fall over, an airbag pops over my head. Sounds crazy, but it's true. Let's go get dinner. So my favorite, can you hear me? Favorite sushi joint is right there. That's Tanichi Mart. It's a fantastic Japanese market. Sushi isn't as good, but they don't open until 5:45. So I always feel a little weird standing here. I'm like, are my regulars, they're gonna see me and be like, yo, what are you doing? Michael's. Need a tiny little photo book. I'll explain later. No dice, these things are all gigantic. I need like 5 pages. Stop number 3. Challah bread, maybe popcorn.
If you ever feel neglected, if you think that all is lost, I'll be counting up my demons, yeah, hoping everything's not lost.
How's the homework going?
Well, it's just study. I don't have any hobby except to study.
I'll finish putting this away and then I'll...
If you ever feel neglected, if you think that all is lost, I'll be counting up my